Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is BK Motors of Mayhem, and this week we are hopping back on the Yamaha and we're gonna pop off that side cover and see what is going on with the starter gear and if we can repair it or if we have to replace it. So let's jump in and see what kind of chaos we can find it. Item launcher's falling off places. Oh, I don't think I need to take this cover off. Oh, maybe I did. These bolts are in there really tight. Grab an impact. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got the cover loose, we got it cracked. I'm about to peel it off and it'll be the big reveal to see what kind of shape the gear is in. So let's see. Oh, it is not good. It is falling apart as I'm pulling it out. Okay, so there we go. And now, whoops, here is the gear. And one of them fell into the oil. There it is. Yummy. All right, so we got it off. We got the gear out. It doesn't look too bad. I really and truthfully expected a lot worse. But this was just hanging out inside the case. So that is not ideal, obviously. I'd have to find out where this goes. It's one of these retainers, just like this guy, to hold in place the gear. Like, I can't quite pop that back on there, but this piece would sit something like that on one of the gears. But with this just hanging out willy-nilly inside, well, that could have been part of our problem. Obviously, something is missing a piece. I'm not too sure what yet. And then this piece, as I was pulling the cover off, just fell right apart and popped right out, which is not ideal either. So it must not have been sitting in the right position inside the case, and that's why it just fell right out. I'll mock it sort of back in there on how it's supposed to be so you guys can see. But as of right now, I'm not having much luck. So just bear with me for a moment. So one of the reasons why this problem actually happens is this gear right here. And I'll show you what it is. If you look right in at it, so I flipped this gear around already. You can see this is the new side where it hasn't ridden on the flywheel. This is the old side where it has. So it is completely worn down, causing it problems with engagement on the flywheel. And that's what the issue is with this. So now I'm just going to try and mess around with this for a little bit to shove this back in there. And I did find out what this is for. Frankly, I think we're going to try and run without it because I don't think it will be that important. It's just for the starter. So I did try to pop this back on. It will go back on, but the problem is it no longer stays on. So I've tried bending it back and forcing it back, and it just will not work anymore. I'll try one more time here. No, she's cooked, guys. So we'll move on from that. And let's see if I can get this set of gears back in. Okay. Well, I think I got it. I think that's it. I think I got the gear back in. And I think it is good. I hope, I pray. Okay, so I'm well aware that I'm going to need a gasket for this, but for now, save me some heartache. I'm just going to slap this back on. Boy, that is difficult to do. I won't lie. So this sits something like this. This is your starter gear, which when hit and pressed, it engages this gear, which then spins this gear out and hits your flywheel. And that is what's going on. But what is not happening is this gear is not staying engaged with the flywheel. I've actually watched it through the oil fill hole here, and you can see that it doesn't engage it properly. So let's see if we could try and fix that problem. All right, well, I got the cover back on, just sitting there because I do have to take it back off. put gasket or some silicone on it. I think that's all we're going to do for now. Just put some silicone on it and call it good enough. And I got to let that oil dry up, and I don't want that exposed oat in the elements without the cover on. So it's back on, sort of ish for now. But that about wraps it up for me today. So join me back later on in the week, and we'll get this put back together. I'll see you then. Hey everyone, so we are back. It is now a couple days later, and we are going to be putting this back together. So I have the gear set back up, how it's supposed to be, and ready to go. The surface is as cleaned up as I can get. And again, like I said, we are not going to be using a new gasket. We're just going to put some silicone on it for now. If it leaks, well, I guess I'll have to come back later on and address it. But I'm hoping with some of the right stuff, it should be good to go and we shouldn't have a problem. So I'm going to go ahead, slap this on now, some silicone, and then the cover. Okay, so I got that evenly applied. I'm going to wait for a good minute before I slap on the outer cover, and then we'll see what happens. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. So we got the cover back on, mounted back up. The silicone needs to set up and dry and cure overnight. We'll slap some oil in it, and then she should be good to go to at least test. I don't want to try it yet. Let the silicone set up and let's put some oil in it before we try and turn it over with no oil in it. Not the best idea. But for now, that's got to take 24 hours. So for now, that wraps up this week's video. This is BK Motors of Mayhem. Oh, and I'll see you guys next week. I don't know what we'll be working on, but we'll definitely be working on something. So stay tuned till next week.